Oh, tell me what, what would he do? Oh, tell me what, what can he do? Oh, tell me what, what will he do? He's out of jail, locked up, they won't let me out. Hello, everybody. How you doing, God before everything? Max Boogie, Alfreda Gross. Lord, they talking about Wiley. They say Wiley's out of jail, honey. I want to play y'all this little bit that I got from this girl, Dana Robinson. She deserves the credit. But I want to play what I heard a moment ago, and then we're going to talk about it.
How can I help you? Yes, I'm calling to check on this Wiley. I think he was already released, but I'm just checking because I have not got a bind notification yet. What's his last name? Wiley, and his inmate number was 877-2159. 877-2159. He's still here, but he's in our releasing process, so he's gonna be released soon. Released soon? But you'll be notified when he's walking out the doors. But he's currently still in here. But we're working on getting him out of here. Okay, and what were the last case notes from his sentencing? What was that? I'm sorry? His last case notes from his sentencing? I don't have that information on my end, unfortunately. So there's no other updates? No. All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. So Wiley got out of jail. This girl posted this 19 hours ago, which means she posted it yesterday, and Wiley was being processed to be released. It was not made clear to me whether he was being released from jail or from the crazy house. Excuse me, let me be correct. From the facility. I don't know if this is the jail or the facility. The facility might have sent him back to the jail. Either way, Wiley is free. Now, the challenge is going to be, is he going to be free to come back to social media? We all remember what happened to VS, was that a couple years ago, going on 3 years ago, where she was banned from the internet. Since her internet relationships are what caused the physical altercation, they banned her from the internet, and she couldn't use the internet for 3 years. So I guess it's been 3 years ago. They could easily do that to Wiley because Wiley's case, which has involved terrorist threats in a Walmart, swinging him on a bag, but she claimed to have a bomb in. They could easily say that his problems were about the internet, his channel on internet. Some people say it was a clout chase. He was trying to get publicity, trying to get on by filming all this thing, because one thing was clear. He filmed every moment of him going into the Walmart, of him threatening people, of him having people running out of the store in emergency. All that was made clear. Correct? So we'll have to see. His personality is he would immediately jump on. But since we saw, I think a month ago, his roommate there, the person he had moved there to live with, who had offered him lodgings for a price, he was going to be his paid roommate, has said he does not want him back at that apartment. And the roommate has sent all of Wiley's belongings to his mother in Chicago. So we don't know what's going to happen here. It seems like the most logical thing would be for him, since he has nowhere to go. He has nowhere to go in Las Vegas. Vegas is expensive as well. If he has nothing at all set up, it's going to be hard to walk out of the jail without a place to stay. Correct? This is a hotel city, and they charge. How you doing, Michael Todd Robinson? What did Wiley do? Child, you didn't see all of it Wiley did? Wiley did everything. He was making terrorist threats in Chicago from Las Vegas. He went into a Walmart with a backpack saying he had a bomb in it. He was yelling and screaming at the people, "Get out of here, there's a bomb, there's a bomb." The police were notified. The police came. He was still swinging the bag around and yelling that he had a bomb in the bag when the police arrived and approaching the police. He could have easily been killed on that spot. He was brandishing what he claimed to be a weapon and coming towards the police, even though they were telling him to halt, even though they had seen the store evacuated. Correct. He could have easily died. So perhaps the best thing for Wiley was to be taken into custody. He was obviously in some kind of mental break for at least 2 months, right? He left Dallas, went to Vegas, acted a damn fool in Vegas. We covered some of those things that he did in Las Vegas, yelling, screaming. His theme song was, "Oh, how I love Donald Trump. He is the sweetest man I know, and I just love." He was singing that going through the streets. And obviously, a lot of people felt that way. But Whitey was the only black dot showing up at the airport to greet Donald Trump. Correct. It was only a couple of weeks later that he was apprehended. So we don't know what the terms of his probation are going to be. It could very well be that we won't see Wiley again, because if he adheres to what he's been instructed to not appear on YouTube, if he does go back to his channel, if he does crank it up again, then he could be arrested for violation of his probation and sent to finish whatever his initial sentence was. He could wind up in prison, right? Terrorist threats are pretty serious. If he was put on probation, and if he violates the probation by coming back. Now, I'm not saying that that has to be a condition of his probation, but it was tied to the internet since he filmed it all, right? People have been known to do all kinds of crazy shit to get on YouTube. Wiley has been trying to go viral for years, literally years. He's done stunt after stunt. He's accused people of all kinds of things. Sometimes you think he's mentally ill. He admits to being bipolar. It seems like he might be actually schizophrenic as well. These stunts are not new. He's been known. Only 2 weeks before this stunt, he had taken off all his clothes and walked through the streets of Las Vegas, correct? And he was thrown in the loony bin at that point. He carried on so bad at the loony bin that they wanted to get rid of him. I guess that was only a 72 hour hold. I think they called it a 5150. He got out and immediately went back to the street. So I'm hoping that him being away this long, this all occurred 2 months ago when he was arrested, right? I'm hoping that was a long enough time for him to get his mind in order, because he has gone for years at a time with a relatively sane mind. And then he has these breaks. So, yeah, it is the loony bin. He was definitely there, and he's been there more than once. He's been there several times. So let's hope he's not so desperate when he gets out with nowhere to go that he pulls another stunt. He starts taking, I don't know why Wiley thinks somebody wants to see that. I think it's just a cry for help. He knows that if he's walking down the street butt naked, they will arrest him and put him in the loony bin, which is a place to stay for a couple of days. So I'm sure he don't want to go back immediately there. Now, apparently he has some relationship with his mother. I don't think the relationship is secure concerning the rest of his family, because when he started off on this last adventure, he started off by calling the Chicago Police Department from Vegas and saying that his grandmother had been murdered. She had been murdered by her own son, the man they call Bishop there in Chicago. So he had involved several family members. I don't know if they actually called the SWAT team, but they certainly went to find out what the issue was with his grandmother. As it turns out, his grandmother was simply going to a meeting. I don't know if it was a foot massage or whatever in the facility. Since she didn't answer the phone, Wiley jumped to the conclusion that she had been murdered. And he even came up with the murderer, which was his uncle. And when he was busted at Walmart, he also used his uncle's name. He was saying that his father, Brandon somebody, sent him to blow up the Walmart. So he was definitely a psychotic break. But I don't know to what how they handle people in Wiley's condition. It seems to me a person who was that far gone, just to release him onto the street without an address, I just don't know. It seems to me they would have released him to a halfway house or a different kind of loony bin, some kind of supported living, so he could try to get himself together. But if they did not do that, then he best be making his way back to Chicago, or I'm assuming somebody in Chicago gives a shit about Wiley. The roommate did send his clothing and his property to Chicago, so he had a talk with his mother. Now, Wiley always presents his mother as a drunk, a falling down drunk who failed him. And I believe that Wiley blames his mother for all of his disabilities, for his situation with his eyes, for his situation with born with one leg too short. And these things were because his mother was an active alcoholic when she had him. I don't know. But he's definitely out, because this phone call stated, you can go to the girl. Her name is Dana Robinson. The video is only a couple of minutes. It's simply her talking to the people who were going to release him. And that was 19 hours ago. So you don't sit and release for 19 hours. Wiley is somewhere roaming the streets right now. So he may pop up somewhere here on the YouTube. If he does, let's just pray that that is not a condition of his probation. Right? How y'all doing today? I know some of y'all like Wiley. Wiley, in spite of all of his deficiencies, failings, the lying, compulsive lying, all the clickbait, he's been known for all those kind of things. But he had people who watched him. It's going to be hard for him to get an income as well. I think one of his last videos, he was saying that some psychiatrists had advised him not to go back to healthcare. He was working in old folks' homes, right? Strangely, that he actually, when he broke, he accused the old folks' home of harboring a murderer in Chicago, right? He's somehow connected with old folks' home some kind of way. At one point, they had, I don't know if it was a lie or whatever, they had accused him of actually having something sexual to do with a senior. I won't say who that senior is. Correct. But they're saying that, no, he should not be going back to that work. That's what he said. There's a good possibility that he did something at the old folks' home where they fired him, and also documented why they fired him. So I think if he could get another job at another old folks' home, obviously they're always looking for help. If he couldn't get a job with another one, something must have happened there. And that was the beginning of his break. What y'all think? You broke your neck. There's also another person reporting on this. His name is Storm Monroe. But since Storm Monroe is such a hardened enemy of Wiley, he's showing you a very negative presentation of the events. He's not focusing on the fact that the boy got out of jail. He's more focused on the past sins. All of those past sins. Let me see. He went to the church, on a Sunday afternoon. Women. People holding on to all of those past sins. But you see, all have sinned and fallen short of his glory. Yeah. I'm just here. I'm just glad I'm here to tell the story. Yeah. I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. But God blessed me to see another day. And even when I did wrong, he was still there. I'm so glad that God still hears a sinner's prayer. A sinner like you, sinner like me. Don't play with me. People get out of jail every day with nothing. I got out many, many, many times, honey. I know y'all always hear me talking about I've been to prison 10 times, but long before that, honey, it took a long time for me to get to prison. I was in and out of jail like 30-something times. So each time I was somehow able to make it. Of course, I had the motivation of wanting to get high. That's a strong motivation to make you do what you got to do. And if we look around the streets, we'll see that a lot of people just skipped the part about getting themselves together and just got high, stayed in the street. We don't want that to happen to Wiley. Now, so far as I know, there's never been an accusation of Wiley being hooked on any kind of drugs. He's spoken about his friends many times who were on drugs and led to their destruction. So I don't know. But I don't remember him saying anything about getting high in all the years we watched him. He's had periods of being a regular person. I mean, I've interviewed with Wiley. It was pleasant. Nothing strange about it. But he has these breaks. I guess that's his bipolar condition, huh? But this is more, what I saw at Walmart was more than just bipolar. Bipolar are mood swings. This boy was chasing people out to Walmart, honey. And he's had several incidents. We all know the notorious library incident. I'm not trying to bring up all the old sins, but that was kind of similar when you go into a public place and just destroy the place. In Walmart, he didn't destroy the store, but he certainly put fear in a whole lot of people, honey, particularly the employees. Mm-hmm. Hi, Sparkle Covington and Jesse, Mocha Drop, Heartstrings. A lot of people here today. Have y'all seen Wiley yet? Let me do a check. Hold on a minute, because I went to his page, and his page, I think they call it a backup page, was up. It never went down. But all of the entries were of 2 months ago. So now I'm going to go here, if y'all will bear with me, and I'm just going to put in the Wiley Show. The Wiley Show. It says Wiley Show released on probation, but so he is on probation, but rejected by former roommate. I hope he doesn't go and confront that roommate, right? The roommate looks like he had some issues as well, but Wiley had terrorized him when he was in his apartment. Tore up his apartment, broke things, walked around the complex naked, got his neighbors to complaining. All of his neighbors were approaching him. The guy has a condo. Oh, there he is right there. But no, let me see. Go to the Wiley Show. Let me see. They're not giving me his show. Okay, the Wiley Show. I'll go there. I see the incident. If you're interested at Walmart, the last entry. He has two channels, right? The last entry, shorts. I'm outside Kamala Harris. They don't tell you the date on the shorts. Let's see. No, all of his entries are 2 months ago. He posted a lot too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A whole lot. He had like, damn, 30 something entries 2 months ago. So I guess they're talking about the whole month. 2 months ago. So he was breaking up. But I think that if he could get online, all it takes is a cell phone. And maybe they took his phone and gave it back to him, and maybe they didn't. A lot of political shit. No, so he's not live. Everything is 2 months ago. Okay. So keep an eye open, people. We got to see. I don't think I got to play this guy, the roommate. But the roommate made it clear that Wiley is not welcome to come back to that house. He absolutely terrorized it. The man had the neighbors were reporting him to the police. Police all over the goddamn. I guess the guy, he seemed like he has some kind of mental problem, some mental deficiency, but he owns his own condo. And it looks like before Wiley came there, it was a pretty nice condo. So maybe he's a veteran or something. However, his life was pretty well together. He knew Wiley only from online, and he invited him. He said, well, Wiley, why don't you come to Las Vegas? Because they had met at some meet and greet. It was probably the worst mistake of his life. So under no conditions will Wiley go back there. I'm hoping Wiley don't go back here and try to fight the boy. Right? Give me my stuff. Give me my stuff. Your stuff has been sent to your mother. There's nothing that belongs to you in my house. The only thing that was in the house, you broke it all up. There are pictures of it online. So this Storm Monroe, he's posting the whole event, whatever. Him and Wiley never got along. They did commentary on each other. So we can't expect a lot over there. They're not trying to be fair and honest. Hi, Sable Winners. That pretty name. Oh, Lord. Wiley's back. What he gonna do, child? Well, we saw that when they told BS that she couldn't get online, we never saw her for 3 solid years. Now, maybe she had access to hearing what was going on. I don't know how they could block that, but she didn't make a peep in those 3 years. And that's why she got off of probation. If he get out and immediately starts posting again, posting anything, usually if they ban you from the internet, it's for the whole internet. You can't be on Facebook, you can't be on Twitter, you can't be nowhere. I'm sure he'll try to get around it and appear somewhere in some kind of social media, but I wouldn't say it's a wise decision. He better be concentrating on finding somewhere to live. Since he was in a mental health facility as well, let's just hope that they would release him to the care of somebody, right? He could be released to like a house where supported living, something like that. They might do that for him. I don't know. I know the last time I was in prison in Vacaville, California, I arranged with Walden House drug program to pick me up at the gate and drive me back to San Francisco and immediately right into a program, right? So there are systems in place. I don't know if he has the wherewithal to contact the right people, but there may be social workers there who are realizing that they need to help them. I don't know. He might just go right to the bus station and get on the first thing smoking back to Chicago. It's not going to be great, but at least he'll have a place to stay. I don't think that the people in Denver want to see him again either. Poor baby. You got to feel sorry for these people. We see so much mental illness here in San Francisco, all in the streets, people, walking around with no shoes on and all this kind of stuff. It is heartbreaking, and it is mental illness. There's no way he would just sabotage his whole life to go viral. And, you didn't go viral. You made a fool of yourself and you ended up in jail for 2 months. Through 2 months, 3 months, 2 months. But some of y'all like him. Okay, he gonna stay. Trump got him out. He gonna say Trump got him out. Oh, how he loved Donald Trump. He was all happy he couldn't even celebrate in that padded cell, honey. He could celebrate with the fellas. The fellas in there would beat his ass. He come hollering about Donald Trump. My feeling, all these fools that voted for Donald Trump, the ones they keep talking about, I don't think they're the majority of shit. The black men, what the percentage was then, and the Latin people, they voted for Donald Trump at higher numbers and whatever it's like. I think a lot of those people wanted to vote for who they thought was going to win. Right? They're not even the appointments that Donald Trump is making right now, honey. You got to say, what in the fuck is wrong with the Latin people? Don't you understand that those are your people? And anybody in your family he said that if anybody in your family is illegal, he's going to deport the whole goddamn family. Right? They hate us. I don't know why people don't get it. That's why they're always talking shit about San Francisco. It's not just because it's a California, a Democratic state. They don't like that it's so diverse here. They hate them. They want to send everybody back. No, they got to go back. Why, Trump? Why? How are they going to affect your $1 billion empire? if a few Mexican people go back, oh, it's millions of murderers. They all murderers. That's how he announced his pregnancy. No more YouTube for Timothy Blaine today. I mean, no more Red Bull. My head is jello. Anyway, honey, I cannot believe that we assisted in any way to elect somebody like Donald Trump over Kamala Harris, who was totally competent to do the job. We could have changed history. And now they go over there bragging about, oh, I told you, I voted for Donald Trump. Nicole Tyler, her stupid ass girl. Those kind of people. I think most of them are mentally ill. They don't even realize what they let themselves in for. Right? Donald Trump has no interest in helping your black ass. They want to get rid of all of you, including us. No, we're supposed to go and get the black job. So they want them all to give up their jobs as maids, and then we can go and do the job. Those are the black jobs. That's what he said. The Latin people taking the black jobs. He want to put our ass back in the field, honey. Somebody has to pick those oranges, girl. Somebody has to. Those are farmers. A lot of those people he wants to deport, those are farmers, girl. And if they ain't going to pick them, somebody got to pick them. We all got to eat. Black jobs. I can't say that I hope anything happens to him, because if J.D. Vance becomes the president, Lord have mercy, child. Talking about worse, from the flame into the fire. So you can get the whole story, Michael Ty Robinson, particularly if you go over there and get what it's all still on Wiley's page. The Walmart incident. I mean, it's almost surreal. Like you wouldn't even believe it if somebody had wrote it in a book, honey. That would never happen. It happened just like that. He just got lucky that them cops didn't shoot him. They shooting black people for fucking expired license plates, honey. Stopping them on the freeway, stopping frisk. All the shit we have seen them do to black people for so much less than that. And he's running at them with what he says is a bomb, honey. Correct? He don't even stop when they say stop, 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 stop. He just rushing the police with this stupid ass shit. Oh, the Minister's Farrakhan sent me to blow up Walmart. Run, goddammit, run for your fucking life. It's a bomb. I'm not exaggerating. This is what Wiley did. So let's hope that he can go a couple more years without freaking out. The library, that was several years ago. That was several years ago. But when he lost that place in Dallas is when he started taking his clothes off again. In San Francisco, they don't care, honey. We got all kinds of people taking this shit off. You know Michael Ty Robinson. They don't give a fuck. They said we got too many, honey. That song was so cringe. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, how he loved Donald Trump. They sing it to all the white people, girl. You're stupid. And he was really freaking out for this incident too. I mean, he was going into stores and people had to call security to get him out of the store. He's hollering and screaming about Donald Trump, child. He harassing people on the street. Are you voting for Donald Trump? Donald Trump. Oh, Kamala's a whore. She's a whore. All this kind of crazy ass shit, child. And talked his way right into the nut house. You pray he doesn't get Diddy out. Who? Trump. I wouldn't put it past him, honey. He ain't got no respect for the law. To think that we would allow this orange man to come and take over the United States government. I mean, they literally handed him the government. After all the shit he's done, they still say, here, Donald Trump, do whatever the fuck you want. Right? You got to get rid of all these brown people. You see, it comes down to, and I've heard a few people don't want to talk about it, right? But it really comes down to the fear of white people. They really feel that they're going to lose the majority in this country. That's what the fear is. That's why they don't like anybody, different colors. It's not about them being immigrants. His wife is an immigrant. The wife before that was an immigrant. Elon Musk is an immigrant, girl. Just about, well, I would say pretty much, except for the blacks, everybody else in this country is an immigrant. But he's only concerned with the ones with dark complexion. Isn't that something? Remember, he called them shithole. Why they let all these people in from shithole countries? Do you remember what he ran on? I know plenty of Mexican people. I've never met one that was a rapist, right? I was in the drug business. I didn't encounter a whole lot of Mexican people, child. They got drugs there like we do. How in the hell is America going to judge somebody about drugs? They only come here because the drugs only come here because we're such great consumers. Mm-hmm. He gonna say, why? I knew I was gonna get out because they voted for Donald Trump. Well, he didn't come live, so more than likely, well, he don't have access to internet or anything like that. Even if they did give him his phone back, which they shouldn't, because he was making terrorist threats to Chicago with the phone. And he filmed all this shit with the phone. The phone is the problem, right? So perhaps we'll never know if he was actually trying to go viral or trying to clout chase with this phone. But the fact is, he did film the entire incident, everything. He didn't miss a beat. Correct. So it could be it got mixed up. He lost control of the situation and ended his ass up in jail. I don't think that was part of his plan. He might have just started off thinking he was going to do something cute. But that's what cute would get you. You just praise God daily, honey, that you didn't get killed on that day. That's all. Mm-hmm. You tell them, Prima Wanda, to support Uncle Tim, you can cash at him. Have mercy, loving kindness. Give him a couple of dollars, how you gonna get him a hamburger? Ooh, child, on that Ozempic report, I just can't get hungry for stuff. It's crazy. I mean, I used to eat out every day, eat a meal out. I don't even want to leave the apartment for food. The food is just that interesting. And even when I do order food, I can't eat all of it. I can't finish it. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's kind of what I wanted to do was to curb my appetite. But I think that might be what, baby, would you please stop? Have loving kindness. They're vacuuming the rug, the carpet in the hallway. So my dog is letting me know. Thank you. I appreciate you. What was I talking about? Oh, that damn Ozempic. A lot of big guys, people who love food, they call them foodies. They really don't want to give up their appetite because they enjoy food so much, right? Because it does affect it, baby. You can still enjoy your food, but you're not going to eat nearly as much of it. And you're not going to have a desire to snack, right? So some people will say that's a good thing. I do. It's just that I have so few other things that I do. I don't do anything else. Hell, can't even enjoy a fucking hamburger, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever, Timothy. That's what you call normal eating. Mm-hmm. Okay. Prima Wanda, I'm about to go home. I will be listening. Okay. Oh, you got to go home now, Prima Wanda. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget what top economist said about how much he would add to the. I just don't understand it, people. All the shit he promises, girl, it doesn't even make any sense. Anybody can figure that shit out. Hell, I ain't no economist. I ain't shit. I can figure out if you're going to charge these people this heavy tax over just what it is on everything that comes to America, they're going to have to raise the price. They're businesses. They're in it for a profit. If you take out 30%, that's probably their profit. That's what they make. You're going to take it and charge them. Then ain't nobody going to suffer but us. They're not going to suffer. They're businessmen. Okay, we'll take the loss. We'll take the loss, Donald Trump, because you're so pretty and orange. Mm-hmm. Massive deportation. What is he so excited? He's so excited about this massive deportation because that's what he ran on both times, right? The hatred of other people. The hatred of other people and the fear. What are you afraid of, people? We have a diverse country. Accept it. They've been talking about this since I was a baby. I was a little baby. They said that the demographic of the United States is changing. But it's not a bad thing. Only because of bigots and racists, girl, is it such a bad thing. Why are you threatened? Are you saying that you are the elite, honey, and you're the privileged? Why should the privileged be upset? Shouldn't it be the people who are scratching by? Right? working for half what they're worth. Trump has used them damn people. Trump has used those people in the hotels. He has used them in construction. He's used them people all his life, and he threw them under the bus because he probably did surveys and found out how scared people were, how afraid they were. Right? Insane. Why do you hate people? I don't hate people. That's why they hate San Francisco. It ain't the homeless people, it's the people. The older you get, the more your appetite changes. Okay, phenomenal. Are you saying I'm old? You watch your mouth. My grandmama, she passed in her 94, but she had her full faculties to about 92. And she would always say, I say, what you doing, Grandma? And she would say, just eating these beans. So her appetite had been reduced to just a little small plate of beans, just a small piece. So yeah, you have a point. But Ozempic really is. I mean, it does kill your appetite. I mean, that's the whole point of it. So you lose weight. I haven't weighed myself in a couple of weeks, but last time I checked, I lost 42 pounds. And it stayed there for a while. So we don't know. If I start looking like Jay Wilson with them wrinkles all in my head, I'll stop. Be time to stop, baby. Lord have mercy on us. Why? Because of Wiley. Maybe Wiley wants to get on here and brag about Donald Trump, and the whole damn thing passed him by. His big moment. He's been talking shit about Trump for 8 years. Now his big moment coming. He locked in the clink. I know he can't go to too many family members because they send SWAT teams to his family's house. Because Wiley said that the son had murdered his mother in the old folks' home. It wasn't true, but they still sent people out there. I'm not saying it was SWAT, but they sent people out there to investigate him. Correct? That's got to be pretty embarrassing for a bishop, right? That's like the top of their family. He has their family church. Yeah, 42 pounds ain't bad, huh, Buckstar? I done lost most of my stomach now. Only thing that was left was the stomach. But the arms have gotten little. The legs have gotten little. This shirt I haven't worn in a couple of years, but look at it. It's baggy now. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt. It had got my stomach had pushed it out so bad I wasn't even wearing the shirt, huh? Mm-hmm. And several of my clothing. So I was going to go out and buy me a bunch of jeans, but I'm not going to be going fluctuating with like that. I just got some stretchy belts because some of my 38s are still okay, but 38. But actually, I'm a 36 now. I think I could get into a 36 stretchy. Mm. Tim has blocked me. I ain't never blocked nobody. Only person I ever blocked on YouTube was VS. That was years ago. So every time I check my how are you blocked when I'm sitting here talking to you right now? Oh, you said Tim has Tim blocked me? Oh, you're asking a question. No, you are not blocked. I see you. I see you. I don't always speak to everybody. I try to. Mm-hmm. Nope. When I ask my computer who's blocked on here, it's only him. But some people, apparently I blocked at some point and then took it away because I cannot get certain people on this computer. It's very funny. Sean Bradley said it should be able to get them anywhere, but I cannot pull up Jay Wilson on this computer. This is why I'm constantly using my phone, because I can't pull them up on here. They won't come up. Not very many, though. I'm not into this blocking thing. I'm not afraid of people, what they want to say. It seems to be pretty silly. If you want to come over here, you just want to talk shit. But the trolls will be trolls. Oh, the trolls, oh, the trolls, oh, the skiddippy trolls, oh, the trolls. Them trolls, oh, the skiddippy trolls. Oh, didn't it rain? Mm-hmm. Yeah, weight loss is a big deal. It was so much easier than going down to that damn gym for 15 years. So now I'm just doing the weight thing because I got skin under my arm, but that's about the only bad effect I see. And the appetite is and I can enjoy some food, you know. I got my friend Gamish, the sometimes moderator here, gave me a air fryer. So now I've been air frying everything. So when I used to just think that Safeway, you know, I live next door to Safeway. So I talk about Safeway a lot. But their fried chicken, I couldn't stand it. I thought it was the nastiest thing on the earth. It wasn't nasty when they first made it, but it didn't reheat well at all. It was nasty, right? But in the air fryer, it becomes crispy and it's actually good. So I can eat some fried chicken now and again, egg rolls and things like that. Mm-hmm. Y'all got air fryers? If nobody gave me one, I probably would never get one, honey. I resist change. Mm. What do you say, Phenomenal? The older you get, the more your appetite changes. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad it's changing. I don't want to be no fat pig. I'm tired of being fat, honey. If I lose a few more, I'm going to get back on that track. Right? You better watch out. You better watch out, Janet Weiss. Go back out there and talk to them boys, honey. No, that ain't going to happen to you. I wouldn't mind meeting myself a gentleman my own age for companionship. That would be nice. But I'm not getting back in them streets. Good afternoon. Okay, Gamage Carter, the one I just spoke of, is in the chat. Mr. Blaine, what are you doing? What were you doing last night? I called and you didn't answer. Oh, in my business. Okay. No, I had something more important to do, darling. Thank you. Don't you worry about what I was doing. Baby. Love your air fryer, Ambrosia. Mm-hmm. It does several things and it doesn't add more grease. But it's great for reheating shit and potatoes and stuff like that, fries and all that. Things I ain't supposed to have, but in moderation, you know. He was out being fast. Mm-hmm. Well, you the one to call yourself Dirty Mac. Dirty Mac. I wouldn't even know how to be fast. Come here, you ding dong. Get it bum. Put it right here. Come and say hello. Get your bum over here. All the barking, going crazy. All the barking, going quick. Say hello to people. Hi, how you doing, people? What you doing? My daddy don't like me to bark, even though I'm a dog. I keep telling his ass I'm a dog. I'm a dog. He leave me alone. What are you doing? Ain't he cute? Ding dong. I'll take him out in a minute. Good to see you, Uncle. I needed a few sandwiches. You looking skinny? I ain't doing bad, child. Them queens want to read me. They can't be reading me my body, honey. Let me show you my stomach. How it went down. Move, you ding dong. This beautiful body, honey. Look at this. Look at this. Side view. I'm not holding nothing in. I promise you. I'm not holding a damn thing in. Oh, the shirt's in the way. Okay. You see that? Look at that skinny ass. Don't look at my zipper. Look at that skinny ass. No ass at all. Mm-hmm. I've always enjoyed no ass at all. I like it. Mm-hmm. So mission accomplished. That's so good. I hope the damn drug stops on its own, though. I don't want to start being all skinny, emaciated looking, honey. That's the only issue. And then I don't want to stop. And then, because they say if you stop taking Ozempic after you start, then you blow up again immediately. Mm-hmm. But it's been a miracle drug. A lot of people are using it, honey. That and that other one. What's it called? Wegovy. Mm-hmm. You bringing sexy back. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be like Jay Williams. Ooh, ooh, I don't see no cash apps. That food traumatized me with that video, child. I mean, he had the arm out, everything, girl. Honey, them goddamn people at that bank probably told him, child, this is we can't do this anymore. Right? He hit them streets. He got him a lot of $6 videos in, honey. Uh-huh. How many did he have? The day before yesterday, he had 6 videos one day. Mm-hmm. Diabetes, weight loss, okay. I wonder if I'm gonna stop having diabetes. Jay, your name is pronounced J.P. Because diabetes, I mean, for years I had pre-diabetes, right? I was pre-diabetic. And at some point they say, okay, you got diabetes now. So when your A1C goes down, I assume it's gone down quite a bit. I lost a lot of weight and I've been taking Ozempic. Ozempic treats the diabetes itself. I wonder at some point if I'll go below the line where I'll be either pre or don't have diabetes anymore. We'll have to check up with that the next time I see a doctor. Mm-hmm. No, I ain't losing no weight. I don't want no boys, honey. I want to be healthy. That's it. That's what it's all about, baby. Everything's better if you lose a little. My skin got lighter. No, I think that's just the sun. I don't think I got no lighter, baby. I ain't like Miss Kwani. Miss Kwani dark skin in school, and now she's high yellow. Mm-mm. Yeah, all that's about lighting, right? So you can turn your light up and look cute. Oh, I'm light skinned. Oh, I got long hair. Look at that damn gray hair. Ugh. Anyway, these ring lights are good because I've had this thing for 5 years, and the bulbs still ain't even going out. And they've got they got a couple 100 bulbs in there, but they don't die, I guess. Mm. If you weren't born with it, you can get rid of it. And thanks, your ambrosia. That sounds like it's practical though, because I was going back and forth with the your no diabetes, then pre-diabetic, and you cross these lines. I wonder if it is reversible. I could probably look it up online, but there's so much shit online that you don't know if you're looking at the truth or not. You're looking at a whole bunch of opinions. Mm-hmm. One thing, my mouth is constantly dry. Y'all see how much water I drink? Well, I always did drink a lot of water, but when you take all these pills, you don't know what is causing that. But my mouth is always dry. That ain't got nothing to do with Ozempic. That's got something to do, I think, with trazodone, which is what I take to go to sleep. Because that was the last one I added. But I ain't complaining, honey. A little dry mouth, that ain't too bad. All things considered. Yep, if you maintain weight loss, diabetes can go away. Praise God. Mm-hmm. Let me see what else. Let me check the perimeter. Well, wait a minute. I got to get back over there. Somebody just blessed me. I felt a blessing. It must be Goonies. Thank you, Goonies, for a super chat. My kids are college age. Damn, I always thought of you as being young. You say you're in your 40s, right? And that fool is, wait a minute, your kids are college age. That fool is going to one person. So you tell my one kid, that fool is talking about punishing colleges and university who do not praise him. Absolute chaos and nonsense. Oh Lord, you got your hands full. You got to praise him. Praise him. All of the chaos Wiley created in support of Trump, and he couldn't even vote. Ain't that something, girl? Ain't that precious vote? And he couldn't even open no champagne. He couldn't be on here hollering and screaming about how he told us so and all this kind of shit. Wait till you see what you get for that told you so, Wiley. Dummy. On that, we strongly disagree, sir. This YouTube though was so important to him. So it's a shame that he got to give it up. But I still don't see no Wiley. So if he ain't come on, I think he would have found a way to get on. But Wiley doesn't even know anybody in Las Vegas. It's not like he can go to a friend's house and record at their house or anything like that. Right? He has no internet. So it could be that we just not going to hear from him because of his situation until he gets settled somewhere. That roommate said, hell to the hell no. Poor Wiley. Maybe he can tell somebody, he can give a report through somebody else. I don't know. Trump is threatening financial aid to students who go to certain colleges. You will guess what colleges, right? And university that do not praise him. He said that he gonna let California burn if the goddamn fires come. He said he's not gonna approve the money to put out our fires. That's been his attitude. He said also he's gonna punish all his enemies. So all these people who were trying to do the right thing and put somebody else in office, he's gonna punish them. Right? The people he's putting in these key places, they're not even familiar with the offices that they're going to occupy. They're going to be ahead of the department, and they know nothing about the department. Right? You're going to put Kennedy in charge of women's health. Now, what sense does that make? He's over here talking about how bad the cornflakes are, child. Conspiracy theorists and all this shit. The only reason we got a break on his first in 16 is because he stayed so busy in court. Remember, they impeached him twice. He was investigated the whole time he was in there, honey. He ain't accomplished hardly anything at all. So he's going to put these czars, these people who hate Mexican people, who hate Latin people. They better not start with the Asian people, because the Asian people, at least in this town, contribute a lot to this tech industry. But he don't like them either. He don't like nobody. All he wants, if he, the ones he chooses, he wants to have sex with. That's the ones he likes. Melania and all of these ones he chooses for beauty pageants and all that kind of. That's the kind of immigrants he likes, right? It's all about color. How the hell is a city like New York City going to even function without immigrants? What are we going to do? Or should we take down the Statue of Liberty, Donald Trump? Bring me your hungry, you're downtrodden. No, he said, don't bring us shit. If your ass ain't bright pink, stay home. That's what he said. Diversity, equality, and inclusion is on the line in education. And no white is wrong in history. Once resolution for folks, institution to have been hateful to white folks. Oh, poor white people. Oh, you poor thing, Trump. You poor thing. And then you had to find a way to spend all that money from your father. Then he gave you $400 million. That's after he had given you millions and millions and millions for all of your previous fuck ups before he died, right? Right, Trump, you poor guy. You've been so hurt by this country. He gonna get up here and go around the world telling them how fucked up we are. Ain't that a bitch? You want to live somewhere else, Trump? Why don't you take your ass out of here? That'll be a thing, honey. Take your ass back to Germany. Maybe that's where you picked up some of these ideas of yours about inclusion. Oh, how he loved Donald Trump. Please, Wiley, please don't get back on that kid. He's already in office. You ain't got it. He don't need no help from you. Nothing. And believe me, you have enough enemies that if you bring your ass on social media, if that's a condition of your probation, they're going to tell on you, honey. And if they don't tell on you right away, they're going to be threatened to tell on you to get you to do their bidding. Correct? Giuliani's begging for food. Hang on, Rudy. Rudy, hang on. Yeah. Poor Rudy Giuliani. Child, that's all a diversion. They don't get, honey, the Moss family, they don't give a fuck about no goddamn rings. He gonna take his rings. He put his rings in storage. Hey, we went to the condo. There's no furniture. Girl, you could take all that junk you had in your house. I want to decorate with my own style, right? If they're gonna sell the motherfucker, which more than likely they are gonna sell it right away. And if it's worth $5 or $6 million, child, they ain't selling it furnished. People who have money like that don't buy furnished mansions or big apartments or whatever it is. Of course, they're gonna get rid of that shit. But probably wasn't even worth anything, child. He had to give up the car. He was driving the car in Florida. Girl, nobody care about no 1980 Mercedes. Who gives a fuck if Lauren Bacall sat in the seats? What the fuck is that, girl? Is that what he was collecting? Souvenirs? Memorabilia? That car ain't worth shit. Mercedes, 1980. How old is that? 80, 90, 2000, 2000. What is the car? It's like almost 30 years old. Ruby don't want that. She wants you to sell it, honey, and give her the proceeds. You feel like God is going to show those Trump supporters that there's only one God and Trump is not it. Ain't they stupid? I mean, they just follow him blindly, honey. He ain't got shit to do with them damn people. But I knew when they started doing the count that I kept seeing all this red. We all know that, the middle of the country is mostly Republican. But it was just like red. I got damn. The Democrats, I said, when the Democrats votes gonna show up? They got California with 3 states on the West Coast, a couple of big cities on the East Coast. And how the hell you gonna win with that? That's why that fool felt so confident. He's tuned into their prejudice and their hatred and their fear. It's as simple as that. Trump didn't make no goddamn prize-winning speeches the whole time. He didn't want to even debate the woman, right? He ain't had nothing to say. It's just us against them. That's what kind of country he wants. Us against them. Like if something's going to change. And the shit going to change, y'all. Right? And you keep talking about black jobs. The guy have no desire to pick tomatoes. None. Rudy going to pass away pretty soon. Well, how old is he? If he's 80 years old too, he does not look, apparently he's been dyeing his hair all this time, child. Stretching his face. Rudy don't have much time left, child. So he just needs to, all he's focused on is keeping that house in Florida, right? Anybody can come up with enough money for food, correct? So if he has house and he has food, he'll be fine. So that's what they're fighting about now. Can they take that house? Because he's only paying $5 million on his debt of $150 million. They should have right to I think it's more about money, really. I don't think a few goddamn sports rings are hardly worth anything. Oh, they're going to take his collection of watches. They're going to take, are you serious? This man owes $150 million, John. You really think they want his old Rolexes? Girl, what are they on the old market, on the used market? Child, that fool knew this was coming. He been hiding money ever since. They need to get up into them accounts. Because Rudy, you were so confident. I mean, with this charlatan, you grew up with goddamn Donald Trump. You knew he was the devil. You knew he was lying about everything coming out of his mouth, and you still all Trump, and you attacked those women, and you had to pay them, honey. Trump didn't come to your rescue. If he's a multi-billionaire, couldn't he have saved your ass? Wouldn't even acknowledge your name anymore, like he used all the rest of them. All the rest of his followers, he fired, or they end up in prison. Now he gonna make it where he never goes to prison. He's the onlyest one. He's Superman, Donald Trump. How can America let this happen? What are you saying to your children, honey? I'm just saying, you're supposed to be trying to raise families. But what values are you teaching them? All these lose, he gonna try to hurt minorities, and he gonna end up hurting the same ones that voted for him, because they on welfare too. Their industries have left these towns. He promised them that he was going to bring back all this automotive industry and all this shit, child. He ain't brought back nothing. The towns died. Then he wants to go over there in Ohio and run those people. So what is the fate of the people, the Haitian people in this, what city was it in Ohio? What's their fate now? You've been promising they have to go back, even though they're legally here, just working and raising their families. Do you raid their house, kick some doors in perhaps? Right? I just don't feel hate towards other people for no reason. Racist? German? Trump ain't gonna give Rudy no job. Shit. He threw Rudy under the bus so fast. Rudy cost him $150 million. What about all the millions he owes those people now who have won their money fair and square for him putting his paws all up in their pussy? What happens to that? How's he going to finagle that? You should have made him pay. Pay up, Trump. Woman who won all that damn money. She ain't seen a dime. Rolex are investments. I'm sure they are worth a lot, baby. They ain't worth nothing like no $150 million. Right? What did he say? He had 12 watches. What if he got a Patek Philippe, a Rolex? Maybe he got an old Rolex and a new Rolex, child. Okay. And what other watches are so valuable that an old prune like Rudy Giuliani is gonna be wearing, child? I mean, they all got the same watches. All the lawyers, if you look at their wrists, they all got the exact same watches, child. And when they sell that shit, they're just selling it for pennies on the dollar. And a Rolex is not no goddamn. Well, it is an investment in as much as they have classic Rolex watches that are fetching $100 million. I mean, this foolish kind of collecting. But not all Rolexes are like. I used to have a Rolex. I have 3 or 4 of them in this drawer. Look at this one. Don't look too close. Watches, whatever. Rich people's games, honey. That ain't worth nothing. Who in the hell is looking at Rudy Giuliani's wrist? He don't even have a job. So apparently, wasn't the judge supposed to get him tomorrow about this hiding all this property and having a storage unit somewhere, hand over the keys to the storage unit, all that bullshit, child. And he is defiant. Why are you still defiant, Rudy Giuliani? You know you've hidden money. You don't need these people to come chasing after your ass and figure out where it's at, right? You need them to move on. So Cartier watch, Cartier, how much is that? $6,000. I've always thought that rich people, they get ripped off as well, because what can you put inside of a watch, child, that would make that watch worth $1 million? You know, whatever. Rich people toys, status symbols. I mean, a person want to see your be impressed by your watch, they got to get right up on top of it, girl, to see, oh, look, the hand is moving smoothly. The hand is moving smooth. You get the same function out of a goddamn quartz watch for $100. That's a diversion. That's a diversion, baby. Believe me. They're trying to put your mind on these watches and rings and shit while he moves millions. He was the mayor of New York City, honey. Them crooked ass politicians in New York. He stashed some. Anyway, people, thank y'all for coming in on today. We'll keep an eye out for Wiley and see what the hell's going on with him. But I think there's a very good chance that he's not to be on YouTube again. He's on probation. More than likely, the condition of his probation is that he not be online at all. All of his problems stem from being online. He's going to have to let it go. Think about another job. TKO. I think he needs to let it go. Let it go, baby. Let it go, Wiley. See y'all later.